everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Raeann, but you can call me Ray. Today's video we're going to do 2 more looks with this gorgeous Hocus Pocus palette by ColourPop. I'm just super excited to play with this palette, and although it's not 100% what I wanted out of this collection, like I wanted it to be a little bit more, a little bit brighter, a little more fun. I am actually really enjoying playing with this palette, so we're going to do 2 more looks with it in this video. I almost said palette again, and I really wanted to stop myself from doing that. So we're gonna do 2 more looks with this right here. This is one of them, so if you want to see this look and the other look, go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so this is the first look so far. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the first 2 shades that we're going to go into, honestly, I can't really see that much of a difference between the 2, but we're just going to do it exactly how we did it on this side. So I'm going to go in with this shade towards the inner part of my eye, and then this will be the outer part of my eye. And basically just building them up so we can do some sort of cut crease action basically. So let's go ahead, let me find the brush that I was using. So Dead Man's Toe is going to be, I love it, is going to be the first shade that I use. We're just going to have that. I know my eyebrows messed up, but I'll fix that later. So focusing that in here so we can kind of cut it out a little bit with the green shade. So you just want to build this up. And I'm going to go into the darker shade now. So just starting right there. Honestly, they almost look like the same color to me. Like, they barely look any different. Especially like right next to each other. But since I did this on the other eye, I'm just going to do it just in case you can see a difference. But like, honestly, I really don't see a difference between the 2 shades, especially like right next to each other like this. They definitely look different in pan, but they're not looking different on the eye. I guess they like slightly look different, like you can just barely tell that one is lighter than the other one. They're still both like berry tones, and they really just look super similar. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and blend out the edges with this shade on Toast. And you can see my lovely little cardboard cut. Those are the worst, by the way. Like, probably worse than a paper cut. Okay, so just taking that, blending out and softening this up a little bit. And then dipping back into it and just focusing it under. Alright, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the under part of my eye now. I don't usually do that, but I just feel like getting it out of the way. So I'm going to go in with this olivey shade. I love the tone of this, by the way. I'm just going to take that underneath my eye. I know that's kind of a questionable thing to do with these like grungy kind of green colors and like blue shades, especially this one. Kind of look like a zombie, but honestly, once everything is on, I think I'll look like a cute zombie instead. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just put down a little bit of concealer so I can put the shimmer shades on there, and then we're almost done. This one's actually pretty simple, so yeah. The next step that we're going to do is going to go into this olive green shimmer. And I'm going to basically use this majority of the way, and then just a tiny bit of this towards the end to kind of blend it out with the matte shades a little bit better. But I want majority of it to be the green shade because it's stunning and I love it. Okay, so I don't know why I took that finger first. I always go in with my finger first And now that I have nails, I kind of have to use a brush a little bit more than I normally would, just to kind of get me a little bit closer to like where I stopped the concealer. I mean, I would always have to do that, but I think now it's a little bit more than usual now that my nails are longer. This shade is super pretty though. Okay, so I'm gonna go in to the other shade that I was telling you about. So we're gonna go into that now. The shade Binks. I actually know someone who has a cat named Binks. And he's super cute. Okay, so I feel like those kind of blend together pretty nicely. Honestly, this is basically it. I feel like this is super simple, or it's just pretty similar to like the style that I always do, but we're gonna go in with this shade here. This will be our inner corner highlight. I was thinking of adding some of the glitter shade to kind of make more of a shape in here, but honestly, I don't really think it needs it necessarily. I like the fact that it's pretty like grungy and dark, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup, and I'll show you guys what everything looks like. Okay, so this is the finished look. Hopefully this is in focus because I can't see anything. As I was finishing up my makeup, I got like something on my contact. I don't know if it was like a fuzz or what it was. Usually you can kind of see what is like there, and I couldn't, and I kept trying to like fix it, and I knew eventually it was gonna get to a point where like my makeup was gonna end up coming off because you know your eyes get watery, it gets really irritating, and I was like, okay, I can either try to finish filming this with the contact on and stabbing my eyeball, or I can take it off and not be able to see anything for the remainder of the video. But this is basically the remainder of this section anyways, so I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna take them off. So hopefully this looks good. I literally can't see anything. What a joy, I know. I like this color combination. I do feel like the colors look a little bit muddy, but that just could be me and my technique or whatever. I have no idea, but overall I kind of like this look. I like film a lot of my videos before I go to work, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want to wear that to work, you know, like maybe I think I'll just keep this on. I have no idea. It's a little dark and dramatic, but honestly, I'm okay with that. So anyways, I love this olive green shade. Like, I just love it so much. So, and I'm like sitting here playing with the contacts because they're like, and I'm gross and I don't need to be telling you guys this, but they're dailies anyways. So I'm literally, am I the only person that sits there and like plays with them after? Okay, I'll stop talking now. But yeah, this is the first finished look. Let's go ahead and get into the second look. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this second look right here. So I wanted to do something a little bit more neutral or like smoky, because there are a decent amount of those options in this palette as well as colorful looks. So I was kind of afraid that a lot of my colorful looks were going to end up looking the same, because the other two I did end up kind of looking similar. Not like super close, there was definitely a difference, but they ended up looking really close. First thing that we're going to do is go into, sorry, my palette is like a mess already, but I'm going to go into this shade here and basically just lightly kind of buff it into the crease and kind of like wash it out a little bit. Like, I don't want it to be super, super pigmented, but enough, you know? So I'm actually going to take a different brush than the one that I was holding and just really lightly putting that in the crease, making sure I wing it out a little bit because we all know I love to do that. Honestly, looking at the first look that I did now, I'm not really a fan of it. I don't know. It was so weird. I don't remember, like, I definitely thought it was really cute when I did it, but I looked at pictures of it and I was like, so sorry if the first look is like mediocre or not that good. I don't know. The day of, I definitely thought it was pretty decent, but now looking at pictures, I'm like, ooh, if I had time, I would totally refilm it. But for the sake of consistency, I kind of just have to keep going. So unfortunately, I won't have time to refilm it if I want it up this week, which I do. So that look could have been better, but I did like the color combo on it. So I'm gonna use this like sparkly black shade for my outer corner. I still very much wish that this was a matte shade, but you know what? It is what it is. I just have to work with it. Like, all of the darker matte shades, other than the colorful ones, have glitter in them, and I don't exactly know why. Not exactly sure. Like, alright, so basically just building this up on the outer portion of my eye and trying to, I'll take it like midway and then just kind of smoke it out a little bit. I have a couple brushes that would be really good for this. I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, I don't know where my little like color switchy guy thing is, and honestly I don't really use it very often as much as I should, so don't know where it is. And if I were to clean the brush right now, I basically would have to wait. So, you know, sometimes like when you clean the brush with a makeup wipe, it's like still just wet, so it's like it works for shimmer shades, but for matte shades that just is not the business. Do people still say that? I really don't think they do, but apparently I still do. So I was listening to Taking Back Sunday this morning, and I'm not sure if that's what inspired this look, but I kind of feel like I'm back in my like emo scene phase. Like, not like I did my makeup like this back then, but it was probably something I would have loved to do. Especially since, like, I don't know, like back in like high school and stuff, we used to do, or the big makeup thing was like the big eyeliner, and then some people would do it with like their eyeshadow. So this is definitely what it reminds me of, but you know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it at all. It's like a modern day approach to it, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and dip into this shade here. So I kind of went a little backwards with this look, but I was just like in my zone, okay? So I was just sitting there, just not really thinking about what I was doing and just doing it, which is honestly sometimes the greatest thing. Like, instead of overthinking it, just kind of doing it. So basically I want to mesh this into the black shade, and I'm not going to bring it all the way to my inner corner. Just blend it into the outer eyeshadow that I have, and then bring it almost into where my inner eye is, like stopping it right here. And then that way I can go in with the shimmer shade, or the other shimmer shade, the lighter one, a little highlight shade in the shade Wench. What are you wearing today? Oh, Wench. I don't know, that's just so entertaining for me. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this shade here, and then that's basically gonna cover the inner portion of my eye. So just kind of right in here and try to angle it nicely to give it a nice shape. So that's actually basically it. This look was fairly easy. I didn't do anything to the bottom portion of my eye yet, so I'm wondering. I'm trying to think if I want to do the brown shade or if I want to do one of the berry shades. I literally put that brush in my mouth because I thought this was the side that I had pointing up. What do I want to do? Berry shade, not berry shade. Berry shade, not berry shade. We're gonna go with the berry shade, I think. Trying to find one of the brushes I used with this shade the other day. So I'm gonna go into this one. See, I can't fully commit to just a neutral, like, smoky eye. I just can't do it. So leave it to me to always put some sort of color into these looks. Yeah, definitely going through an adult emo phase, I think. Now look at what I've done. Look at what I've done. Oh, just a nice little berry underneath your under eye. Might as well have just taken this shade and smeared it all over my face, but honestly, I think after I put concealer on, it'll look quite lovely. Right? It's not a phase, okay? It's not a phase. Alright, now that I look like I haven't slept in like 15 years, let's go ahead and... Actually, I guess I don't really need to do the other side on camera, so I'm not going to. I will finish up the rest of this look. I keep thinking about putting lashes on, and every time I keep thinking about it, I'm like, don't do it. I've just been really enjoying not wearing lashes recently, so sorry if you guys miss the looks with the full-on lashes, but my eyes are sensitive, and I've been doing a ton of makeup recently, a lot more than I normally... Alright, a lot more than I have been in the last, like, couple months, so, yeah, I don't know, just don't want to do eyelashes, sorry. They'll come back eventually, maybe. Basically, the Thrive Cosmetics mascara has basically changed my life, and I don't feel like I need false lashes anymore. I don't know. I'm a changed woman. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup, and then I'll be back. Alright, so this is the finished look. I love this lip color. I don't know why I don't wear it more. Well, okay, I guess masks, but I love it. I love it. The gloss is kind of thick, but like, yeah, you know, yeah. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Fudge lip gloss. It was in my video that I did with my fall lip glosses. I just love this color. I truly have not worn this nearly as much as I should, but whew, it's delightful. Anyways, I actually am kind of digging this look. Like, I do think it would have been even more like amplified with lashes, but of course wasn't gonna do those today. I even did this eyeliner from ColourPop in my waterline, and I feel like that kind of just like added to it too. So it's like a nice smoky exaggerated eye, but like also with a pop of color that I feel like it just felt right, you know, it just felt right. This is the last look. I really wish I was able to do another one, a third look, because I had so many looks that I had in mind for this video, so I'm kind of bummed that I'm not going to have time to do another look, but, you know, not the looks that we did in this video were not bad. This one is definitely my favorite. The other one could have been a little more refined, and I'm just now noticing that when I was going through the pictures before I filmed this video, so I liked the look that I did in my first impression video with this palette. I think that one, and it's a tie between that one and this one for my favorite. I honestly kind of like this one. I kind of do. I just love the underneath, like, area of my eye. I don't know why I keep doing this, but, like, alright, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Really bummed I couldn't do another look, but life goes on, I guess. But, you know, I am actually kind of excited that I was able to get this palette, and I feel bad that a lot of other people weren't able to get the palette that may have really, really wanted the palette. I am liking the color story way more than I thought I would, so I'm glad that I did pick it up. I was gonna just kind of forget about it, like after I had the issues trying to order it online during the first and basically the second launch that they did, because the first day didn't work for basically anybody, I don't think. I don't even know if anyone was able to buy anything that day, but basically, you know, I was thinking of not buying it because it was so difficult, and it was just kind of like, is it worth it, you know? Like, you're just trying so hard to get this one thing, and the launch was just super messy, and overall the color story of everything, wanted a little bit more. I think the only thing I was super pleased with was the eyeliner colors. I loved the eyeliner colors. I didn't buy them because I didn't need them right now. So it's kind of like, I wish that they would have taken it just a little bit further, a little bit brighter, just pushed it a little bit more. Maybe not like neons or anything, but just a tiny bit more than what they did. But I am glad that I have the palette because I did end up liking it a little bit more than I thought I would. I am enjoying it. I hope that anyone who's watching this that wasn't able to buy the palette, I hope that you are able to buy it eventually. I think they are going to do a restock, and I know you can buy it at Ulta, but I don't know what the stocking situation is going to be there because, like I said in my other video, everything sold out and they only had the lashes and the palette when I went to my Ulta, so I don't know what the situation with that is going to be, but I do hope that if you are still interested in buying the palette or anything else from the collection that you are able to do that. I am enjoying the palette. I do still wish that it was a little bit brighter, just a little bit more. I am happy with it right now, so yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. I will see you next time.